Hello everyone, the design of machine elements 2. So myself Swarup, assistant professor. So I'll be teaching about the design of machine elements 2.
Clutches. This is of lecture 2. Today we shall cover few more problems on clutches. Okay, the data handbook used is 4th edition by Balveer Reddy. So a single plate clutch, both sides effective is required to transmit 25 kilowatt. So it's a single plate clutch. It means both sides are effective. Okay, two discs are interchange contact where n dash remains as 2. Okay. The outer diameter of the plate is limited to 0.3 and intensity of the pressure is not exceeded as 0.07 megapascals, assuming uniform wear. So we have to use uniform wear theory. Okay, the coefficient of friction is 0.3. Determine the diameter of the plate and axial force necessary to engage the clutch. Okay, so let's see how to solve this problem. So as given the parameters, just write it down. Okay, so as I told you, unless otherwise stated, uniform wear theory should be used always. Okay, now according to uniform wear theory, torque is equals to half this is F, that is the coefficient of friction, Fa dm into n dash. Just multiply n dash. Okay, in the data handbook it is not there, but still you just multiply it as n dash. P is equals to power. Did you know this formula? Okay, so power he has given. Okay, so from this power you calculate the value of T, that is torque. Okay, so torque you know, then calculate Fa, that is axial force. From the page number 250 you will get the formula for axial force according to uniform wear theory. Okay, now substitute the value of pressure, inner diameter and outer diameter to calculate axial force. Since he is asking to find the diameter, okay, that is diameter of the plate, because we don't know the diameter. Now mean diameter is now dm is equals to this one. Just substitute the values of outer diameters and dm in the equation above here in this equation. So from here the only unknown remains is di. So you will be getting a quadratic equation. Just solve it. So and very important thing is we'll get in terms of roots. Okay, cubical roots. So take the higher one, which is positive. Okay, I repeat, you will get the quadratic equation. If you solve it, you will get the 3 roots. From the 3 roots, take the higher value, which is positive. Okay, so 221.80. You can take this value, or you can round it off to 0 degree standard. That is, you take this value, or you can round it off to 230. Okay, so this gives you a better design. That's all. That is not a major constraint whether you need to standardize to higher value or you need to take this. Just standard it to next round figure value so that it will be better in design. Okay, now substitute back this diameter di in the equation to calculate the axial force. Okay, so this completes this problem. So next one, a single plate plate clutch has a diameter d0 which is fixed due to space limitations. The permissible pressure intensity is P and coefficient of friction is F. Show that the torque transmitting of the capacity is maximum when di dm is equals to 0.577. So he is given the di d0. Okay, now we shall use according to uniform wear theory, that is single plate clutch. We know the torque formula and axial force and mean diameter. Just substitute the value of Fa and dm in torque equation. I repeat, just substitute Fa and mean diameter in torque equation. We will get in terms of this. Okay, if you solve this equation, you get torque. Anyhow, this equation is available from the page number 259 in the data handbook. Okay, so let us take for a better solving. Di by d0 is equals to y. If you substitute back, we will be getting the in terms of y. Okay, for optimum torque capacity, I repeat, for optimum torque capacity, we should differentiate the torque with respect to y. Okay, if you differentiate with respect to y, these things remain constant and it will go to 0. Okay, so the only value left is y. Okay, so this is the value. You take y common, send it on 0, and 3y square is equals to 1. Y is to 1 by root 3. 1 by 3, y is equals to 1 by root 3. So y 1 by root 3 is nothing but 0.577. So what do you mean by y? We have taken y in terms of di by d0. So just substitute back di by d0. Since we got this value, hence proved. Okay, this is just a basic problem. It's not asked in the question. So thank you guys.